2 more weeks till Halloween, Halloween, Halloween. 2 more weeks till Halloween. Silver Comicsgate. So I had the opportunity to read 3 issues of Tricks and Treats put out by Halloween Head Comics, which is the company of Ben Soto and his brother, whose name escapes me at the moment. So there's nothing like a well put together YouTube video. Ben Soto and his brother, I'm going to name him Justin Soto. It looks like Halloween Head Comics is their company. I got the first 3 issues of Tricks and Treats off of Fund My Comic, I think, and I figured, given the month and given how close we are to Halloween, it was a good time to last night sit down and knock off some scary stories late at night. So the first Tricks and Treats is a tribute to Lovecraft, which is nice. I'm a big Lovecraft fan, and one of my favorite Lovecraft stories is Dagon, which is the story slash adaptation slash reboot slash reimagining that we start our issue with. A lot of energy, a lot of clear love and zest for the source material. You can tell when someone's doing a tribute out of real devotion to the text, and it shows in this work too. The second story was a real chilling story that, if it's based on Lovecraft, I'm not familiar with it. Maybe it might be inspired by Lovecraft, but called Tree of Life, and that was a creepy little story. Again, energetic art. The first issue, I think we got into some color later on, but the first issue is all black and white, and the black and white really lent itself, especially to the Tree of Life story, because it was just so ghastly, and there was so much hidden and emerging from shadow that that was a bit of a spine tingler for late night reading in the suburbs. The second issue seemed to be a little bit bigger than the first, and this is where the color comes in. And the first story kind of opened up with an interesting idea that I've never seen in the horror genre before. Much like Stephen Sondheim's Into the Woods, which posits the question, hey, what if every fairy tale that you ever heard of was happening at the exact same time and more or less in the same location? And so you have all these characters sort of tripping over each other, kind of a bit of almost like a Three's Company farce of, Jack and the Beanstalk and Red Riding Hood and the Giant and the baker and his wife and Rapunzel and the princes and Snow White. The first story in Tricks and Treats 2 opens with a similar idea of what if 2 horror movies were happening at the same time? So it's kind of a Texas Chainsaw Massacre type family meets Bigfoot kind of thing, and that's something I'd never seen before in the horror genre. So that was kind of a neat story. The second story was Oh, also a very grisly story that kind of put me in mind of something like Skeleton Key or something like that. That was a disquieting little story. And then the third issue um, features ghosts and ghouls, and taking a look at it now. Oh yeah. This was creepy stuff. So look, it's the season for it. It's the season for Halloween witch magic, the season for ghosts and goblins, the season to give yourself a good scare. So if you're in the mood for it, and you're in the mood for bite-sized chunks, because like as I say, each issue is an anthology. So each issue is minimum of two. I think there was one where there were even three stories. So these are bite-sized chunks that you can do real quickly. But it's kind of like those stories, this was going around social media a while back. Tell a really scary story in 2 sentences or less, or something like that. Same thing here. These are creepy little short stories, but oh man, they pack a punch. So once again, I'm talking about Tricks and Treats. Issues 1 through 3 are already out by Halloween Head Comics, which is the company of Ben and Justin Soto. This has been Tom Tuttle.